zeta-jones. And when he grew to be a man, he became the Phantom.
Yes, it's the Phantom, the 1996 superhero movie starring Billy Zane. Yeah, the guy that was an asshole in Titanic. Somebody thought it would be a good idea to make him a superhero. It did poorly at the box office, and nobody really remembers this movie ever coming out. So that's why we're going to do a review on it. This is The Phantom. So literally after the Paramount logo goes away, our first shot is, "For those who came in late." What the fuck does that mean? That's a real good sign of things to come. Bengalla Jungle, 1938. So the movie starts off with these treasure hunters that actually end up working for the main villain of the movie, looking for a silver skull. It establishes that they're villains in the movie in the most unsubtle way possible.
Maybe this little quitter needs a lesson in positive thinking.
Oh my god, serious? You were gonna totally just elbow the kid in the face? What the fuck, dude? That's fucked. And if that's not enough, they make the kid drive over the most dangerous bridge ever while they just watch. Well, good thing he didn't encave his face so he could actually do this. With the kid's help, they find the silver skull, but suddenly they start noticing that drums are going off. So then all the animals start going apeshit because these drums are going off, and it awakens the Phantom. I guess all the animals going apeshit with the drums was his, version of a bat signal. So as the treasure hunters are running away, we get our first glance at our hero. Oh, that's shit. Oh, that's so shit. I mean, serious? He's in full purple spandex and riding a white horse in the middle of the jungle. He also has a partner, which is a wolf. Wolves don't live in the jungle. So the one guy explains to him that he's actually already killed the Phantom, but he keeps showing up. So he bails out of the car with the silver skull, which is bad news for the Phantom, because they're going over that bridge and no one's driving. He ends up finding the kid in the back of the cab, and they end up almost falling to their deaths. And that's some shitty blue screen, even for 1996 standards. But the Phantom ends up saving the day. And this slow motion shot is so random. It doesn't make any sense. So he might not have got the silver skull, but he definitely made an impact.
You got a problem. You got a thing out there. A big, strange-looking thing on a horse.
Don't you mean a regular-looking guy wearing a purple spandex suit on a horse? Back in the Batcave, or Phantom Cave, the Phantom has figured out that the three skulls represent the most ultimate power in the universe if they're put together. But they've been lost for 4,000 years, until today. Then his dead dad shows up. Yes, his dead dad shows up and starts giving a shit for losing the silver skull. Apparently the people that took it are part of an ill organization called the Brotherhood. Long Island, New York. Yes, on the other side of the world we meet our villain of the movie, Xander Drax. And these guys find out that he actually holds the sign of the Brotherhood. So they desperately want to find out what he's up to. But apparently are too rich to go into such an unsophisticated area like the jungle. But our female protagonist, Diana, will stop at nothing to go.
Let me go for you.
I don't know, Diana.
I want to go.
Wait, that's it? Well, that was a pretty fucking weak attempt to stop her from going. Back at the Drax building, Drax has found out that Diana's onto his plan and can't have that. I hate him in this movie. He's such a cheesy villain. He totally reminds me of one of those guys that's supposed to tie the girl up to the railroad tracks. So the plane that Diana on gets hijacked by no other than Catherine Zeta-Jones. And check out this slap. She floors the bitch. Straight up knocks her out with a slap. So they take her captive and bring her onto this really shitty boat. A good thing the Phantom is doing some reconnaissance at the same time. Really? You're purple, dude. You stick out like a sore thumb. Just as things are getting hairy for Diana, the Phantom literally drops in. And you think Catherine Zeta-Jones would do something to stop him, but she doesn't. Instead, she just starts making out with him. You're the villain, remember? As they're escaping, we see the worst choreographed fight scene ever. Not one punch actually connects. They're like 5 feet away from their face, or balls. So they hijack this plane while the bad guys are still chasing them, and no shit of a lie, the wolf tells the horse what's going on. What the fuck is that? Then the plane ends up being on empty, so they have to suicide jump out of the plane. Somehow, it's keeping its altitude without anybody driving it. They jump off onto the horse and the plane flies away. What the hell did I just witness? So after the rescue, they realize that Drax is the one behind the stolen skulls and must be part of the Brotherhood. New York City. Drax is explaining his master plan to the crime lords of New York and how he's going to use the 3 skulls for an ultimate weapon to take over the world. Well, one of the crime bosses doesn't like his idea, so he fucking throws a spear at him! What? That is ridiculous! So the Phantom's in New York disguised as Kit to find the 2nd skull. But he's bewildered to find it anywhere. Except for this random fuck guy knows exactly where it is.
It was my 12th birthday party. Mom and Dad had rented a big room. Now I remember. The Museum of World History.
Bullshit! Just as he gets the 2nd skull, Drax shows up. Oh, sorry to disappoint you. So he puts the skulls together to find the location of the 3rd skull, and everything starts going crazy. Especially him. You love that the museum glass is shattering? It's just a really weird thing to say in a moment like this. I love this. And it's pretty damn convenient that this map was here so the skulls could show him the exact location. What if he would have put them together in his own office with no map? What would happen then? So they find out that the location is actually the Bermuda Triangle. So Kit gets away to become the Phantom once more. And totally bails out on Diana.
Oh, Mr. Drax, I made all the arrangements. You're getting a full police escort.
Excellent. Have you heard the exciting news?
No.
We're going to the Devil's Vortex.
Okay, first of all, how would he have heard the news already? He found out about this like 5 minutes ago. And second, the Devil's Vortex? That doesn't sound exciting. That sounds awful. Well, they all get on a plane together to head towards the Devil's Vortex. Even the Phantom somehow hangs on. So they end up finding where the 3rd skull is to reveal the true leader of the Brotherhood. Yeah, the guy that played Shang Tsung in the Mortal Kombat movies is the leader of the Brotherhood. That is actually fucking awesome. So he explains to Drax that there's actually 4 skulls, not just 3. And whoever holds the 4th skull can overpower the 3 skulls. For fuck's sakes, nobody gives a shit about this. Let's go to an awesome fight scene. So Shang Tsung dives after the Phantom and ends up getting eaten by a shark. Sure, okay. But there's still Drax to deal with. Well, ends up he gets all 3 skulls and puts them together and they create this crazy laser beam that just destroys everything. But luckily the Phantom's ring is the 4th skull, which reflects the power back to Drax and completely annihilates him. Holy shit! So he ends up escaping with the 2 girls, leaving the 3 skulls behind. And it's a good thing, because the dormant volcano they were just in suddenly becomes active. Well, that's a pretty huge fucking coincidence. Everything becomes right as rain, and they live happily ever after. So what are my final thoughts on the Phantom? Well, if you like those movies that are so bad they're good, this is definitely one of them. It's actually quite entertaining. Yeah, the actors are ridiculous, the storyline is corny as hell, the music actually is just awesome. But I think the best thing about it is that the characters were so over the top. Every time the villain talked, I laughed my ass off.
This is it.
Like I said, if you like those so bad they're good movies, give this one a shot. I give it a bunch of naked random chicks on a boat out of 10. Stay tuned next time for... Hey everybody! Did you like what you just saw? Well, please click the button below to subscribe. Got a lot more comic book movies and pop culture films along the way.